Hey everyone, I was about to say it's Friday. It's not Friday.
It's not Friday, it's Thursday.
Isn't that cruel when you
No.
think it's Friday, you wake up and then you realize, nope.
Nope, it's not. But I was bopping my head. I love our opening music.
I know.
It's so much fun, right?
It is fun. It does. It makes you smile.
It does.
So
Well,
it's a
what
good
else?
thing.
What also makes me smile today is that it's National Pancake Day.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a reason to celebrate pancakes. And you know, it turns out that pancakes may be one of the oldest breakfast foods ever. It dates back more than 30,000 years.
Yeah, and they're also known as Johnny cakes, griddle cakes, or hot cakes.
Hot cakes, I've heard that, yeah.
That's right.
And I will tell you, my favorite pancakes of all time, I just have to share this with you. So this is, every time I go to this place, I take a picture. So literally on my phone, if you search pancakes, it's just pictures of this.
Oh, is that like cinnamon inside the pancakes?
I don't know what makes it so, they're like sweet, and I
Okay.
want to know what their recipe is. But this place is not even in America. It is in Niagara Falls, Canada.
Wow.
And
Of course,
it's,
David.
it's this place called Falls Manor, and it's just a mom and pop kind of operation. But a local person there said to us, oh, if you want a great breakfast, you should go there. And these pancakes, it's like honey's inside it, or brown sugar, or I don't know what it is, but it's so good.
Oh, you're making me so hungry. Well, I
Yeah.
guess you're going to have to go to Niagara Falls, Canada, if you want to
Canada.
get the pancakes that David loves. But I'll tell you one thing about pancakes. I like pancakes. I don't have them very often, but when I do, the pancakes and the syrup, they need a separate plate, like a separate dish for each, because I can't have my pancakes touching the syrup because it'll make it soggy. So I can't pour the syrup all over the pancakes. I have to cut each piece and dip it in the syrup.
You're making me tired, Mikey. That's a lot of work. No, in fact, my problem is they don't ever give me enough syrup, because I pour the
You
syrup
pour all
all
of the
over,
syrup?
and then the pancakes take up all the syrup, and then I'm always the guy who's like, excuse me, need more syrup.
But then they get
Yeah.
soggy.
I like them soggy.
Ew, I
Yeah.
don't like sogginess.
All right, well, we're just
All right.
going to have to agree to disagree. Okay, well, what about pizza for breakfast? Have you ever done this? Had cold pizza from the night before or something?
I have had cold pizza for breakfast, but it turns out that it might not be as bad for you as you think. In fact, a nutritionist in New York named Chelsea Ammer has some thoughts on this. Now, you may not want to do this every day because there, of course, are more helpful options. However, she tells the website 12 Tomatoes that pizza is a more healthful option than many of the sugar-filled breakfast cereals, which makes sense.
It does make sense, yeah. She says people might be surprised to learn that the average slice of pizza and a bowl of cereal have about the same amount of calories, and also pizza's going to give you a higher protein, so it'll keep you fuller longer, and you won't have that sugar crash afterwards. This is not to say you should have pizza every day for breakfast, but it may not be as bad as you think.
That's
so
right.
just something to think about.
And I used to eat cereal every morning, but for that reason, the carbs and the sugar, because Cinnamon Toast Crunch was my cereal of choice, I gave that up, and I went to more protein-filled cereals.
Right.
But sometimes those can kind of taste like cardboard. So pizza would be a good option for me, and even now you can do a cauliflower crust pizza, so that makes it even
That's true.
more
Yeah.
healthy. Have
Doesn't
you ever had
Oprah
that?
have one of those? The cauliflower crust? I think that's
Oh, does she?
Oprah. I think, and yeah, not to give a plug to Oprah, but I think that's who's behind that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I didn't know that.
All right, well, eating pizza for breakfast might make you happy, but apparently where you live also plays a very big role in this. And it's a new study that is out that has listed the happiest states in America, and that makes up today's list for us. So this was done by Wallet Hub, and they looked at things like emotional well-being, sports participation, work environment, depression rates, and so the happiest states are
Da-da-da-da-da. Hawaii!
Hawaii, Utah, Minnesota, and California are the happiest. And then as far as how we rank around here,
We have to go back towards the bottom half of the list.
yeah, we're closer to the bottom half of
Yeah.
the list. But Maryland is number 8, and we know people watch us in Garrett County, Maryland. Pennsylvania is 26th.
Okay.
Ohio, 37.
37.
And then West Virginia was ranked last.
Yeah, so wait, we have 50 states here, right? So
Yes.
that's dead last.
So we have 50 states, Mikey. And I disagree with that. I know a lot of happy people who live in West Virginia.
I do too.
Yeah, so I don't know, Wallet Hub.
I don't know what's going on, West
I don't know.
Virginia.
This is what I did think this was interesting. They say money doesn't drive happiness, although it can help, apparently,
Okay.
because happiness only increases with wealth up to an annual income of 75 to 95. So apparently, if you make 95 or more,
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily make you happier. It's sort of just a choice to be happier. So. You know, but you have to have enough money to be comfortable, I think is maybe what it's saying.
I agree. I don't
know.
think that money makes you any happier. I think that, your mental well-being and your health make you happy. But, I have to be honest, money doesn't hurt.
No, I don't think money hurts. No, I think it can help.
Because if you get sick, you kind of need money to help you along.
It gives you security, I think.
I
And so
agree.
that makes it, but I do think happiness is a choice.
I
That
agree.
you choose to be happy in all sorts of situations. All right, well, this is something else that caught our attention. It's a story by CNN about yelling at your kids. And is it okay to yell at your kids? And certainly I think there's a pressure now for parents to never lose their cool, always have a calm voice. But the writer of this article is saying it's actually okay if you do it the right way.
I agree.
And so she's differentiating this. She's saying it's not raging at your kids or screaming or verbally abusing them, because that can obviously be very harmful.
Right.
But she says if you want to sort of transmit a message that isn't being heard in your normal speaking voice, your next option might be get your shoes on or get down here, we're ready to go.
Right. And so that's okay, right? And it's okay to show irritation because, it may get your kids to learn a lesson, but, yelling should never be used to criticize or belittle your
Right.
kids, right? And
That's
so
what she says.
you definitely want to consider your audience, and a toddler won't understand what you're saying, and your tone will just upset them.
Yeah, I
right?
mean, you're yelling at a toddler, they're not going to know, so that's not good. But this was interesting. I thought it was an interesting discussion. I kind of wish Heather were here because she would be able to tell us, because she's a parent. She
Right.
could tell us, and I know
have
parenting
no clue.
is such a tough job, and you're shaping these little human beings, so you don't want to screw it up.
Right, and
Yeah.
I hate when I'm out on the street and I see parents just yelling, out
Yeah,
of control like their
yeah.
kids, and you
Oh,
can
that's
tell
horrible.
that it's
Yeah.
something that they're dealing with that they're putting onto their kids.
Yeah,
and I
you
don't
feel
like
bad
that.
for the
Yeah,
kids.
I do.
All right, let's move on to something that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dogs.
All this week, it is National Dog Week, so we asked you to send in pictures of your dogs, and we have some cute ones today. Let's get started here. So this is from Tammy Dolan. This is Charlie, a little Pomeranian, loves to climb up on top of things and pretend that he is king of the world.
Oh, and this is from Glenn Wayne. Meet Tater Tot. Love that name. He came all the way from Idaho. How cute.
Yeah. Okay, Chrissy Cortazzo sent us Violet. She's a Chi Weenie. So I think that's a Chihuahua and a wiener dog, right? Rescued from Animal Lifeline in Homestead. And this is her first spa day photo.
Well,
So she's a little bit of a diva.
I love her
Yes.
already. Susie Connor, this is Romy from Robinson. He brings out happiness and love every day, and if he likes you, if he gives you a butt wiggle.
Oh, okay.
And he loves watching PTL.
Oh, well, he would give us a butt wiggle.
That's
then.
right.
All right. And Joe McNiff sent us this. This is Fairmont. He is 11 years young. And Joe says, we are so lucky he rescued us. And I understand that. Animals do that. And he loves sitting on this step and watching for his pals walking nearby.
Oh,
Yeah.
good on. Hey,
Yeah.
so we could do a whole hour on this because there's so many
I know.
cute dogs. So
you guys
thank you
have
for sending them
responded.
in.
Yeah. We can't possibly get to them all. We're going to have some more tomorrow morning, however. But check out the Pittsburgh Today Live Facebook page because really some great stories, beautiful dogs. We love dogs too.